Yo, what's up, chat? Howdy do? What's happening? We're back again. Hope you had a good week. Obviously, last time we streamed was Friday, so hope you guys had a good couple of days. Nice to be streaming again. We'll try and keep this on a regular occurrence. Obviously, in the next 2 weeks I will be away, but anyway, nice to have a bunch of viewers in chat already waiting for us. Who have we got? What's up, Alex? Inferno, Sligsum. Japan side or XK Gaming, what's up? Leslie. Yeah, appreciate it. You guys joining us. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, stream tonight. I think what we'll do is we're gonna do some VDC public stuff. The new Silverstone track, which is pretty cool, and we'll do I don't know, some other stuff afterwards. Is this camera dirty? I've always wondered, is that camera dirty? Is that why the picture looks so weird with it? It looks really red. You know what I'm saying? It looks really weird, doesn't it? Anyway, chat, what is up? I'm going to turn on some music. I'm going to post on Instagram that I'm live, and we'll join the public server and we'll get driving. So yeah, chat. So the next plan for the next 2 weeks is we have Oman next week and the week after. So if you haven't already, make sure to check out the Oman Automobile Association YouTube channel, or you can follow them on Instagram, OIDC. And from there, you'll keep up to date when the stream is live and stuff like that. I will actually post this live stream link on my story events that I'm competing in. So yeah, we're flying out again, competing in Oman. I'm very excited for it. Yeah, Oman is an amazing place, and I love going there. Synthwave, I'm loving Synthwave at the moment. Absolute bangers. Finally got a DD wheelbase for backdrifting tomorrow. Quick release comes in. Nice one, Leslie. Nice to hear that. So yeah, chat. Pretty exciting times. Really excited to head back out to Oman again. Why is this? Face cam. That's better. Wait, that doesn't really work. Why isn't? No. Right, okay. Full screen. Sorry about that. Okay, quick post on the Instagrams that we're live, and then I gotta do some driving, guys. So, yeah, we're competing in Oman. I kind of wish I could get the layout of the Oman layouts that are coming up. I know what they are. I've seen the layouts already. I've gotten the insider on that. But maybe it's this camera that's the dirty one. I don't know. But yeah, we'll try and get that sorted. It'd be cool to drive those and stream it for you guys, but I don't think it's possible. Okay. What are people saying? Thanks for the Simucube tune. Got AC2 Pro and applied your settings. Amazing. Appreciate that, Kind. I've got some updates coming for that pretty soon. But I'll probably do a video with it, because that'd be pretty cool as well. Oh, I was cleaning the wrong camera the whole time. Yeah, PC soon. Excited to get off your laptop. Get more than 25 frames per second. Dude, I get 144 frames per second, and when it drops to 100 frames when I'm streaming, it's pretty frustrating, I'll be honest. So the fact you're on 25, it's going to be night and day difference for you. So I'm excited for you, man. What are people saying? What's up, Stegarn? Good time. You're just going to do some public VC drifting. Awesome. We'll see you in there. Oman has some badass layouts. Yeah, they're super simple, man. I mean, like, you know, that to me, drifting doesn't have to be on super race circuits. It doesn't have to be on Silverstone. It doesn't have to be, you know, on F1 circuits or anything like that. Drifting could be on car parks. So, you know, that's what I like about drifting. I think that's the biggest mistake competitions make when they're hosting drift events and stuff like that. is they kind of prioritize going to these big venues because that's where our aspirations are to be, right? We want to be on the biggest scale possible. We want to be on the same scale as Formula 1 and, you know, Le Mans and all, and WEC and all that type of stuff. But we will never get to that size if we keep with this mindset of trying to run a championship or run a series to follow these guidelines or whatever, or something that's not what drifting is, right? Drifting to me is about tandem, it's about putting on a show and getting the spectators as close as possible. And those circuits, you're a million miles away as a spectator. The tracks are not designed for drifting. And I'll be honest with you, chat, this live stream quality is doing my head in, so I'm gonna try and get this sorted in the future because I'm watching it here on YouTube. The quality is absolutely horrendous. So yeah, we'll try and get that sorted. Like, it is really, really, really bad. Why is it so bad? Like, my bitrate is like 6,000 and I don't know why the quality is so bad. I think I need to buy a new camera. How did you get on in VDC or share live on YouTube channel? VDC, we qualified 4th. Sorry, we finished 4th overall. Made a few mistakes, wasn't the cleanest of my stuff. Would you allow me to create your car in 1/18 scale diecast for your own collection? Jeremy, please do it. I would love to see it. Please create it for your collection, and I'd love to see some photos of it when you have it completed, man. I might even, you know, if it turns out pretty good, maybe you might, maybe I might pay you to make me one as well. Zach's new DD showed up today. Nice one, Zach. Right, okay. Right, chat, I'm missing the purpose of what I'm trying to do. Live right now. Live right now. Join us. On YouTube and Twitch. And what we'll do, we'll be nice and we'll just force everyone to come look at us here on YouTube. So chat, what would you like to see moving forward content wise? There's a couple of stuff video wise that I want to do. So when I come back from Oman, I'll be waiting for my car to come home. I've also got really good word on Evo 2, or other chassis that we've been working on is more or less, some of the fabrication has been finished and it will be coming back to the house. So it will be coming back here because Group D can't store it in their facility because they're bringing in a bunch of stuff like Drift Games cars and all that. So they're going to work on that type of stuff. So what type of content would you like to see? Because we can do some vlogs on the Evo 2. We've got some bodywork stuff that we can do. I have to order some stuff for that, but I can't do a whole pile. Can't really do anything to the other S14 because it's going to be on a boat when it comes back. So what would you like to see? Let me know. Probably do a lot of gaming stuff, I suppose. Probably, I don't know, make some videos. I want to do some tutorial stuff, like Simucube stuff. I want to do some other tutorial stuff, like looking more into specific why we do certain things in the setup, like tire pressures and stuff like that, interesting things. But there's other content too I want to make. So if there's anything in particular that you guys would like to see, whether it's like kind of viral style content or more learning based content, let me know, because yeah, there's a lot of stuff I want to do as well with the memberships as well, which I'll put more time into once I'm back. But I have a few ideas and I have a few videos in the pipeline for memberships that you guys might be interested in if you want to learn a little bit more than just a YouTube video. Okay, your channel, what do I need to do? I need to get a video link. I'm seriously stalling here, chat. I'm really sorry. Share, copy link. By the way, we'll probably go for about an hour, probably go to about 10:30 tonight, because I gotta finish off this vlog of Oman Round 1. I wanted to get Oman Round 1 and Oman Round 2 vlogs finished, but I never, yeah. I never got it. I haven't just really got it finished, so I don't know. We'll get there. We'll get there sometime. Right, your stories, send it. Right, chat, let's go. More learning based, like camera settings. Okay, so camera settings, there is an update to the neck effect stuff. So what I'll do, I think that's one video I wanted to make, and that was probably one of the first videos I make because it's proper easy. So it's an update to the neck effect settings and an actual how to get the roof camera, because I think that was actually something that's missing, and it's a very simple video for me to make, and I can probably make it pretty quickly and be super simple. Let's go content manager. I need to turn on my steering wheel. Give me a moment. I also have some Force Feedback stuff I would like to update you guys on for the Simucube users, and I also want to make a video as well on how to perfect your Force Feedback. This is something I've been thinking about some time. and it doesn't matter what device you have. The idea is to teach you guys what to look out for when tuning your force feedback, so that you can maximize the performance of it. And I think that would be super helpful for people who, you know, have a steering device, but they're wondering why they should change something or not do something, you know, based on what they feel or see. Right, we've got 2 servers. Ooh, I could drive with Tyler. I haven't driven with Tyler in a long ass. Which one should I join? What car do I feel like driving? We drive the JX100, I think. Right, we'll join this one. I need to also disable my other 2 monitors because my frame rates are going to die. Frame rates are going to die in game. There's a, by the way, guys, that's Tikon Poleski's mechanic. He's a clown. He's funny, to be honest with you. Okay, just give me one moment, folks. I'm just going to turn off some screens for you guys on stream. Just let me know if it breaks stuff. But what I'm doing here is I'm just disabling my other 2 monitors. Because I simply don't need them on, quite honest with you. And also, you know what, like, it just gives me some extra frames. More or less why I do it. Extend desktop, please. Done. Cool. Bulabus. Only Vegas for some. Hello, 1, 2. Right, sorry chat. Need to include a foot cam. Yeah, I need to get some more cameras. I need to include some more cameras. My difficulty when I'm competing at drift events and stuff like that, right, is that I'm trying to like vlog, somewhat help out running of the car and driving as well. And I find it super difficult. I don't understand how the likes of James and Peter do it. I don't know how they find the time to do it. Maybe because like they're at the point in their careers where they know that their team has everything, and they always have the same team every single event. So like the people that help me out at drift events, my team, like for Oman now, it's been actually a little bit easier. Oman round 1 and 2, we had Dean Martin, who's a fellow or an ex-pro driver in Ireland, and we also had Reese as well. Reese Tarrison, you guys might know as well. And that was great because all I had to do was just worry about driving, which was a change for once, to be honest. Because even though I had people help me out in the past, I always had to help out as well because either there was just a lack of knowledge on the car, or there was other stuff going on that they just needed to concentrate on that time, and I had to do something else. So yeah, it's been nice. Which is my latest up. But it's been nice to kind of have that. What'd you say it? Like kind of relaxation. But yeah, I don't know. I just need to. Yeah, we'll get there at some stage, I suppose. I'm watching stream in a minute. What's up, Jar? Still watching and lurking. Thank you, Inferno. No problem at all. New Sturup section. Yeah, we'll have a look at it before I log off. But it's actually not a new section. Would you believe? It's not a new section. That's a little bit. That's actually a little bit clickbaity now that I think about it, because it's not. It's a new section probably for most people, but for me, it's not a new section because I have competed on it a few times before. But it's for VDC round 2. Is it expensive flying to Oman and forth and back? Probably is, but luckily that's part of the deal with Oman, that they allow us, they help us out getting out there, basically. Camera is kind of lagging. That might be something when I was changing screens. You okay now? Right, okay. Still kind of lagging. I don't know. Any Ace 14 for sale. Not a hope. If I had any Ace 14s for sale, I probably would be keeping them. Okay, that person who just skipped the whole queue, that is like really annoying. I hate when people do that. Right, first run. car drives so differently to the S15. Do I know if the Thrustmaster? I have no idea. You know, I would recommend a Simucube 2 Pro just because of that it's literally the best steering device you can ever buy. But anyway, people have different opinions to that. But you know, this is I'm a real driver and I use this because I like it. And yeah, what I would recommend. Man, this GZX Mark II is pretty easy to drive on this track. It kind of suits it actually. Oh, tapping of the wall. Try to get some chase runs in. Chat, what camera view would you like to see today? First person? Press 1 in chat, first person. Press 2 in chat for second person, like roof cam. Whoa. One, everyone wants to see cockpit camera? Cinema camera. What's that, like the YouTuber camera? I don't even think that's centered, but oh, that looks, why does this look so weird? What have I done wrong? Oh, tapping on the wall. 1 second, let me... I kind of changed those settings a bit too quick. Center this a bit better. We'll turn off my dashboard. Reduce the pitch so that we're looking more at the windscreen of the car instead of the steering wheel. Okay, that's a bit better. One sec. I'll read out properly in second deeds. I'm trying to grasp what you typed. Oh, running off track. Whoa! Start dropping, obviously, the big bus. Oh, tapping on the wall again. Not ideal. Right. So WDT cars, well, I suppose it depends on what WDT cars you're on about. Because you've got the WDT S cars, which are 300 horsepower. And then you got the WDT cars in general, which are like 600. And then you got the WDT 800s, which are 800 horsepower. But the DCGP cars should be the easiest to drive of the lot. You should have zero issues with those cars. Just because of the physics that they've chosen for it and how they do inertias and all that other jargon stuff. BDC cars will always be the most difficult. The reason for this, is the, not really so much the power, but the amount of grip that they have. Like, they have, like, you could almost argue that they're as hard to drive as like a stock MX-5. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a stock MX-5, you know, with 120 horsepower and you try to drift it with grippy tires, it's a struggle, man. You have to push it really hard. And these 1000 horsepower cars, yeah, they have 1000 horsepower, but the grip to power ratio is, you know, it's you know, it's pretty close. It's laggy. What is my F? Down. Yeah, you know what I think the lag is that my game. I think I know what it is. It's because my game is like running 140 frame rates. You know, I have a 144 hertz monitor basically, but stream is at 60, and I like doesn't really like that. But I tell you what, I'll lower down the frame rate down some, or like I'll restrict it. I'll probably bring it down to 80 or something like that, because that's what the fuck video. There we go. Yeah, I'm running 89 frames at the moment. So what I'll do is I'll restrict it down to 80 so that my eyes are not bleeding, and hopefully that reduces a bit of the lag. Someone in the server is called Hi Alan HynesZ. What? Who wants to say hi to me? I'm not that special. Okay. What map do you recommend for the DCGP cars? I would say you be best using like competition tracks. See, the thing is, this is the difficulty with picking up competition cars, right? Microphone, stop. Is that you're actually better off using them like as a learning experience with actual drifting layouts, like competition layouts. Like if you think about it, if you're trying to learn how to competition drifting, then using drifting on Mihan or drifting on Ibisu is not going to gain you anything. You're not going to learn anything about competition drifting. So if you're going to learn about competition cars, you want to use competition cars because your aim is to use competition layouts to be able to compete or whatever in the future, then you'd be better off doing it on a competition layout. So I would say anything that's kind of like flat, like a flat surface or something like that, would be the best way to go. Like Riga is not a good track to start off with competition cars, just because of how bumpy, how high speed it is, and how difficult it is. So, oh shit. So I don't really have any recommended tracks other than maybe doing like DCGP might have some nice ones. DCGP Ferropolis maybe is pretty flat, lots of transitions and zones and stuff. I mean, I don't know, they're all pretty tricky in their own right. This is something, I think that will be a good video idea for me to do something like that. Oh shoot. I'm on the VDC server right now. The lag is gone. Okay, good. If you happen to sell shirts or hoodies, I'd like to buy one. I do have a merch store on HynesZ.com. All of the merch on there is sold out. Oh, hello, dog. You guys see the dog? No, you didn't. Marco. Marco. Come over here and say hello to everyone. Marco. Buddy, what is wrong with people, man? We got a Marco, come here. Marco. Come up here. No, you can't see Marco. Well, what's wrong with you, bud? Alright, anyway. Can't see him. Even though he's licking me like crazy. Yeah, I do have a merch store, HynesZ.com. I do have stuff up there, but it's all out of stock at the moment, or it should be. I need to confirm that, because I'm actually bringing it with me to Oman. But I do plan, again, this is one of the things I want to work on as well when I come back again, is starting up merchandise and stuff like that. I have a few ideas I want to work on, which I think would be pretty cool. And I don't know, might do it as a pre-order or something like that, because I have to make sure that first of all people want to get this stuff, you know, or like this stuff. want to be wasting money on stuff that people don't want either. So I don't know, we'll figure something like that out. Keep up to date. Follow my Instagram, or you can also head on to Discord. Join the Discord, !Discord in chat. You should be able to join, or in the description of the YouTube at least. Anyway, find the Discord and join there, because I usually kind of post more YouTubey, Twitchy related things there. Just because it's just more kind of aimed towards the people that kind of watch me on that type of stuff, on the sim stuff. Because Instagram is probably a bit more just kind of more real life stuff for me. Well, it's kind of 50-50 actually. Some people have followed me on Instagram because of the sim stuff, because I did post quite a bit up there. I'll make a video on that, Deeds, but basically I do have an older video on that on my YouTube channel. That's probably the best way to find it. What's up, Darks? I'm good, man. Thank you very much. Hope you're doing good as well, Alright, see if we can get chasing people. Alright, let's see what this guy can do. He's very slow through the chicane. He was pretty quick, and then he just shot off the track. Oh, he's still trying to go. Ah! Just a little bit sketchy. Oh, okay, I'm gone off the wall. Save it. Thank you, Darks. Yeah, man, we'll do a small bit of drifting. I probably won't stay on for too long tonight because it's I started late, so just a shorter stream. But yeah, we'll do some runs. I'm going to show the viewers or chat as well the new VDC layout for rounds 2. VDC. Well, it's not really a new layout, but it's new to a lot of people. Right, Magnus with the follow, Unshisty with the follow, JDM Sider with the follow, Lime with the follow, Renko with the follow, Rada with the follow, MW, the Twitch sub, or YouTube sub, sorry. Thank you, folks. Right. If you haven't already, chat, you can give us a follow on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. All links in the description. Shit. Well, I use the Simucube 2 Pro. You can find out everything of my equipment down in the description. So yeah, Simucube 2 Pro, pretty rad setup, man. Probably the best one you can buy, other than the extreme setup, actually. Okay, we'll probably hop into the private VDC competition server shortly. Do some runs in that. You can see the roller coaster layout they have for round 2. Oh, this guy's laggy. But yeah, this Silverstone track layout, chat, when we competed on it, man, I don't know, man. I liked it, but I didn't like it either. It was one of those weird ones. I'm not really a fan of track layouts where the initiation, where people do like 50 different types of initiation style. Not really the most enjoyable to chase. Used to drift in Forza back in the day. I know, those were the days. I miss those. Oh, fuck me, the lag. This guy's laggy. Is it me or is it this guy's laggy? Oh! Gudo with the tier 1 sub. Thank you, Gudo. All you wanted was a sub badge, wasn't it? Is that all you wanted, Gudo? Thank you, Gudo. Appreciate that, man. Sturup looks sick. Yeah, I'm gonna hop onto it there shortly to show chat the setup or the chat layout. Oh shit! I kind of dislike this pits arrangement. Like everyone just pulls out of any everywhere. Second, third, fourth. About chase run, considering I don't really know how good it is of a chase run to copy view, because I mean, like, I can't judge my differences, man. My distances, should I say? Like, I'm like, is that close? I'm not really sure. I'm just guessing. It's pretty rewarding though, all the same. Nice. Okay, we're off into the trees. Do you recommend on a budget from Logitech to teacher or just get a DD? Ooh, okay, that's a good question. So generally, I would recommend if you're starting off, you had low money or you didn't really have much to spend, going to like a Thrustmaster or teacher or something like that is a great either starter wheel for those who have that kind of money, or an upgrade over the Logitech if you don't really have, you know, enough to go to a direct drive of some sort. Now, there is plenty of options in the direct drive industry, or in the industry now. Sorry, should I rephrase that? There's plenty of direct drive options out there now in the sim racing hardware industry. So, like, you know, for not much more money, you could probably pick something up that would be kind of a little bit more powerful. So, like, to put in perspective, a Thrustmaster T300 is like 4.4 Newton meters of torque at peak, and a direct drive that's kind of around that price range is maybe 5 to 6 Newton meters. So, like, you know, arguably you would be getting a better performing device by paying that little bit more money and getting that direct drive. What I would say is that, like, figure out what your budget is and just buy something for that money. That's the best advice I think anyone can say. And, like, people might agree or disagree with that, but basically what I mean is that by spending, the more you spend, generally the better product that you get. You get to a point though where you're spending, you spend like $400 or whatever on a steering wheel. $600 steering wheel or steering base is generally like, you know, 10 to 15% better. So that's kind of what I would say about that. The only thing is there are some belt-driven wheels that are around that $600 mark or whatever, and there's direct drives that are at that kind of money as well. And it's kind of, I don't know, to be honest with you, it kind of depends on where you live, what makes sense to you at the time. But generally I would say direct drive is the way to go. So yeah, if you can get a direct drive for something that's under your budget, I would go for it. I'm using the Simucube 2 Pro. It's a 25 Newton meter direct drive wheelbase. It's the second most powerful direct drive money can buy. The most powerful being the Simucube 2 Extreme. I think it's a little bit laggy guy. Yeah, this is the laggy guy. Whoa, that's massive lag. This guy is lagging like crazy. He's like in FPS lag and ping lag, even though his ping's not even that high. Issue everything else around it is expensive. Yes and no. I suppose it really depends on what you're trying to achieve. Like I have a Thrustmaster shifter, which is expensive for what it is. It's like, you know, 7 or 8 years old now at this point. But it's super reliable. So, you know, I've heard people having issues with Fanatec shifters that they're failing after 8 months. You know, I don't know. It's kind of hard to find something. H-pattern shifters are kind of a weird area because they're very difficult to make. And good ones are generally extremely expensive or don't exist. Handbrakes are a little bit more simpler. Oh, this guy, HynesZ guy, is all over the place. What's up, monkey? You play games outside of racing games? Yeah, I suppose I used to, more so than I do now. I used to play a few FPS stuff. Like I might play the GTA or some FPS game. I used to play Rainbow Six Siege quite a bit, but I don't really do that anymore. Yeah, handbrake's a lot easier. I think spending, you know, buying a cheap handbrake makes sense. I can 100% agree with that. I think basically what you need to weigh up is, do you want to spend, are you purchasing items for immersion, or are you just purchasing items just to be able to play a video game? That's what you need to weigh up. Because if you want immersion, if you want realism with your devices, then spending £50 on a handbrake is not very immersive. They don't really complete the package of feeling and everything like that. And it's the same with steering devices. Like, yeah, you could spend $500 on a direct drive. There's a few of them out in the market, but I'll be honest, they're probably like 90% the way realistic. You're just you're at the mercy of what the hardware is limited to. So that's where having a Simucube wheelbase, if you're aiming for massive immersion, makes sense, because you can find the force feedback settings right now that I'm running are what I would ideally run in the real car if I could kind of get that steering feel, but I can't with the power steering setup. But I also have force feedback settings that match the real car as well, like, which I don't think any other steering device can really do that. So that's just one example. Then you've got pedals. So yeah, you could cheap out on pedals. You know, you could run some Logitech pedals with a USB converter, and that will get the job done. Oh, sorry, Mikkel. And then we get the job done. But if you want an immersive experience, you need to spend $400, $500, $600 on a pair of pedals, whether it be HynesZ or if it's Simucube's active pedal. You know, there's, you know, money is infinite if that's the case. And it's the same with handbrakes. You know, if you want a very good feeling handbrake, you're looking at least $200 to $300 at a minimum to get a handbrake that can be fine to tweaked to what a real handbrake feels like. So I don't know, it's kind of weighing up what money you want to spend and what type of experience you're looking for. I think that's probably the best way to describe it now, because before in the past I used to weigh up performance for costs, right? So like if you spend $400, is the performance that you're getting from that $400 way up to, like, how do I say this? Like, if let's just say if a $400 setup gets you 80% the way in terms of best bang per buck, and a $600 product gets you to 82%, is it worth spending $200 more on a product that's 2% better? Does that make sense? And that's how I used to always weigh it up. But now I'm at the point where, for me personally, I'm looking for items that give me the best performance in general. Whether it be the closest to real life or the best product performing for esports. And luckily, a lot of the stuff nowadays, a lot of the top end products, you can tweak it to exactly what you want. You're not like limited by what the manufacturer designed, which I think is very important. Second stream of the year. Yeah. Yes, Thomas, I am a software dev. Oh, thank you, Maxime. I'll see. We'll be streaming for about an hour. I'll do another 5-ish minutes here, and I might hop into some private servers there. You want to drive with someone to stir? Oh yeah, sorry, I read that. Logitech still doesn't make sense. So the Logitech, I did a bunch of testing for the Logitech 3 or 4 years ago. Like, I'm not joking. I drove that Logitech DD wheelbase 3 years ago for dev testing, and at the time they were comparing that to the Fanatec DD2 or DD1. And like, even the Fanatec device is outdated, you know. So I think they missed the market there a little bit. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure like a lot of Logitech stuff will improve over time, and that's the great thing with Directorize, is that, like, you know, the motors are pretty industrial, they never break, and it's kind of all software based. So, you know, it's like anything, there's always improvements to be made to the software, which is same both in my work field but also in hardware as well for sim racing and drifting. Last 10% makes a difference with everything. Yeah, it does make a difference, but I think what I was saying earlier was that, you know, weighing up the performance increase or spending more money versus, you know, like, you know, basically is that 2% worth the extra $200 kind of a thing, you know, or $50 or whatever. But the last 10% in terms of immersion makes a massive difference for sure. It's like the difference between VR and single screen, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can drift with a single screen like I am right now, but it's definitely more immersive and more realistic to drift with VR. Not really the cleanest chase run here, I'm kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time. Oops, sorry, I hit him again on the last corner. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the market right now is absolutely flooded in terms of sim racing stuff. You know, either we're going to have a big massive crash in the sim racing industry, where products, like, it was weird, like COVID did something weird to sim racing. COVID kind of, you know, during COVID there was not many products, and then near the end of COVID it just went like that, you know. And it's like, it's still growing like this in terms of products, but like, I don't know if the user base, you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of cautious, like the pedal industry is oversaturated. There's so many companies doing pedals, and every single set of pedals is nearly the same as the other. So it's like, what do you buy? Like, what options do you have? You know, it's kind of, that's kind of the worrying bit in my opinion, that there could be a bunch of manufacturers that are small businesses failing because, you know, these items are getting expensive to make. But then the competition is fantastic too. You know, like Simucube's active pedal probably wouldn't have come to fruition. I could be wrong. Be wrong there. If it wasn't for the fact that there's so many different types of pedals that are basically the same thing. They're almost carbon copies of each other, within regard, of course. Like that pedal set is ridiculous, and it is so cool to push the boundaries like that, you know. Oh, that was not really good initiation. By the way, if you can hear my squeaky clutch pedal, I'm sorry. I would just turn off the track there before we die. People are going back to real racing. Yeah, I think that's kind of happening. I think I'm not really sure it's working, but then I see a lot of people, I don't know, like a lot of people are buying more than what they've ever done before, you know. You see a lot more regularly now if you join the AC drift communities on Facebook or whatever. There's a lot more people buying devices, a lot more people putting more money into it. So either our economy has improved to the point people are spending more money, or else there's just more people in the scene in general now. I'm not really sure. Either that, or else the cost of items are at a point where people don't mind spending $2,000 on a full sim setup because it's like, to them, it's worthless, even if they don't use it a lot. I don't know, it's weird. Can you multi-stream? I've always multi-streamed. I've always streamed on YouTube and Facebook. Or YouTube, well, usually what I used to do is YouTube, Facebook and Twitch, but now I just do Twitch and YouTube because streaming to Facebook I think basically killed my Facebook page because people got sick of seeing live streams on it every second day. I should have, oh crap, I should have full throttled that transition. They're not up to date yet, Daddy Bear. They are still outdated. They are, well, they're not outdated. What I'll say is I have 2 sets now, so those settings are pretty good for like kind of what a real pro car would feel like. Oh shit, I forgot to go with that guy, my bad. But the settings I'm running right now are a little bit different and they feel a tiny bit different, so it's kind of more of a personal preference what people prefer. But any plans to do full DMX season? Nope, not a hope. No, I need to completely redo my real life program if I want to do DMX. Driftmaster is at a time now where it's probably the same cost to do Formula D, to be honest. Even though it's not, even though like doing Driftmasters would be considerably cheaper, but you get what I'm saying. Like if you're spending that kind of money doing Driftmasters, you know, you could probably spend a little bit more and be able to do Formula D if you really wanted to. Probably at Pro Spec level, not so much Pro 1. I don't know, maybe actually that maths might be wrong. Maybe that's not really true, but I would, if I want to do Driftmasters, like, okay, fair enough, we're building a new chassis at the moment, another S14. So that will help a lot there. And that should be debuted for next year, 2024. And then, oh, here's Robert. That should be debuted for 2024. And then we've got, like, the car needs another 150 horsepower. It needs It needs another 150 horsepower. It needs like it needs a bunch of spares. Like if I was to do Driftmasters, there's a couple of things I would need to change, or I would need to have, and I need those items for it to make sense to me. Like I want a car that's competitive, a car that can actually win. Like going there at the moment with my current car, I don't think I'd be able to win. Like I could probably do quite good. I could probably finish top 10, if not maybe better, maybe top 5. But my car is like 550 wheel horsepower. And a lot of the top guys, they're pushing, you know, 700 wheel horsepower, if not maybe 650, 700. So like I need another 150 at a minimum horsepower to be able to have any shot of like really kind of keeping up with people in the streets and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of what I would have to change to kind of just even consider going there. And that's not including I need a new van, a new transport vehicle. I need to be able to keep the car over there. I need to have a budget for flying out to the car wherever it's located, because you know Ireland is the furthest point away from Central Europe. Like about 90% of the, or over half the competitions are based in mainland Europe, whether Poland, Germany, Switzerland, or Austria. And in the past they've gone to Sweden, which is super far north, and they've also gone to France, but they also go to Ireland as well. So you can kind of see my point. It's kind of like I don't want to yeah, being in Ireland is not really the ideal location to be a Driftmaster driver. It's actually cheaper. I was actually talking to some drivers about this in the past. Some drivers based in mainland Europe, like Holland, Germany and stuff like that, it's cheaper for them to do Driftmasters, or the same cost for them to do Driftmasters as it is to do their local championship. Like, I can't... Yeah. Oh, Finland this year. They're going to Finland this year? Okay, that's pretty cool. I didn't know they're going to Finland. I know they're going to Mondello again, so we'll try and do that event. So yeah, we'll definitely do at least one Driftmasters event if I can get the entry for it, which I think I should have no problem getting. Last year I did Germany as well. I'm not doing Germany this year. That was a big waste of, I would say waste of time. It's an amazing experience, but it made me realize that if I want to do Driftmasters, yeah, I need to have a proper setup. I'm even thinking to do Driftmasters properly with the confidence in mind and stuff like that. I almost nearly need like a couple of people that are full-time. Like that's would be the ideal position for me, would be to have someone that works with me full-time, like all the time. Like I actually hire them, and I'm nowhere near in a position for that. I can't even quit my job at the moment. So yeah, hiring someone full-time like that would be near next impossible. Kind of unfortunate. Alright, let's read some more comments. Right, what else are people saying? Kivia isn't doing DMX. Yeah, but I think Kivia was in a position. Yeah, well, look, he's got a company now, and that's how he's funding his thing. But like again, it just comes down to the cost and the amount of time needed for it. I think it's more about the time required. Like if you think about it, you know, Kivia last year, I'm pretty sure, drove home and drove to every single event. So he's actually gone for 7 days at a time. Same for us Irish guys almost. Like for me to go to Germany, I left on the Monday and we got there for the Thursday. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I left Monday, we were on a 12-hour boat, or like a 13-hour boat. So we arrived like Tuesday midday or whatever. And then we drove through the night, and oh no, we got there for Wednesday. So it was like almost like a 18-19 hour drive non-stop. So yeah, I wish I could drive VDC. I can't control the cars. All I need to watch your tuning video again. Yeah, well, the VDC cars kind of comes down to a couple of things, like understanding how they work is obviously difficult, and there is a technique to that. So I definitely, there's a bunch of videos like that. Like we said at the start of the stream, and at the time there's not many people in it at the time, but if there's any particular content that you guys would like to see, just comment down at the bottom. Oh, you can't really comment right now, but if anyone's watching the VOD, just comment down below of this stream, or even just comment in chat, and I'll chalk it down. Or even, if you want, you do, just join the Discord and just state it in the general chat. And I think that'd be one way for them to remember, because I have a list of videos that I want to make, which I'll probably get to, but oh shoot, kind of struggling here chasing this guy. But and I'll get to them. So I have a bunch of videos, like I want to do an update to the camera settings, my neck effect settings, and how to do the roof camera. My settings for all of those items, even though they're pretty simple, self-explanatory in some cases, but helpful for people. I want to do a video on the Simucube settings, even though, again, people who have Simucubes, they're easy to get them because you just go onto the software, the piece of software that they have, you can just download them there. But I also want to do a video as well on how to maximize your force feedback in general, like actually how to set it up. Because some people, they actually struggle to set up the force feedback correctly, and it doesn't really matter what device you have, the process is actually the same across the board. Like the mindset, how to get good force feedback settings is pretty good. And interestingly, maybe people who are more racy people might understand this, or they might agree with me or disagree. But like setting your force feedback up for drifting actually sets up your force feedback for racing, like driving in general, if that makes sense, because you're maximizing the device all the time. You really like a VDC chase tutorial. So yeah, chasing is obviously a tricky one because it's kind of like a case-by-case basis, but I can definitely look into it, and like we can figure some things out there that might give. Maybe the best thing with that type of video is just to do tips, like maybe do 5 tips when it comes to chasing. Instead of like actually teaching, give you guys tips that you can use that to look out for. Because sometimes teaching people, you know, every person approaches it differently. Oh shoot. Back to pits. Diffing clips, just so we don't know for the crack. Thank you for that super chat, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for the €2. €2? Yeah, €2, I suppose. £1.70. When you go back to IRL comp, we're going back Sunday, or Monday, should I say, for Oman round 3. So next Thursday, October, what the fuck? February 8th. 8th and 9th or 9th and 10th? Basically, next Thursday. So Thursday week, basically, tomorrow week. We'll be competing in Oman again, so I'll be flying out there again next week, competing on Oman. You can check out the stream, Oman Automobile Association, on YouTube, or you can follow them on Instagram as well. But also follow me on Instagram, because then I'll post on my story when it's going to be live, and I'll be posting regularly leading up to the event as well. I also want to record a bunch of stuff out there to make like reels and TikToks out of. I never did it for round 1 and round 2. So, but this time I'll actually have people, like I have my girlfriend coming with me, and I have Declan, who is usually my spotter here in Ireland, and one of my mechanics, with Dean, and even have Maeve. So between the 5 of us, we should be able to record something to make content out of. But also I have vlogs for round 1 and round 2 as well in the makings as well. So I have round 1 50% made. Round 2 I haven't even started yet, but I want to try and get round 2 done before I leave. So that's going to be a bit of a task, but we'll see if we can get there. Oh, and also a breakdown of round 1 of VDC. Was that as well. You're using S14? Yes, my real car. Yeah, my S14. 2JZ, 620 crank horsepower, so what, maybe like 580 wheel. Can you get a video on your mindset when you're in comp? A little bit tricky to do that because it doesn't really work for everyone. And as well as that, the mindset I have for drift battles, I think works really, really good, and I'd rather keep that a secret, I'll be honest. That particular one. Like, it's actually helped quite a bit of people out. It's helped out Reese, it's helped out, I'm sure, other drivers as well within VDC that are within the circle that I be placing myself into. How often do I practice IRL? Not a lot. The only time I drive IRL is for real life competitions. I never do any practice days. I never do any real life training for that matter. That's something I want to change. I'm hoping that, like, maybe some stage during 2023 I could pick up a rental car, or not a rental, but a practice car. But I don't know if that's going to happen though, because I'm after well, I have a car to build for 2024, and I have to run the car for 2023, and I'm after almost renting a house for 2023 as well. There's that. Right, chat, let's move on to Sturup. What's up, Emilis? Do you have an editor, or do you edit your own videos? I edit all of my stuff. Everything that you see on the YouTube channel, I do myself. Ideally, I would love to have a video editor. I'd love to hire someone to do it for me, because it's definitely a lot of effort. Because I can script things, I can record things, but editing takes me a long time, and I don't really like it. I kind of like making the videos. I just don't like having to like edit. But I'm not really in the position right now to be able to kind of like hire people, stuff like that. Maybe sometime in the future. That's what I would like to do. So yeah, my only bit of practice IRL is for practice sessions, like literally the 6 laps I get before qualifying. Like, that's generally my only practice ever in competitions. So I probably have more practice. Like, I'd say my total drifting time in a year is probably less than 5 minutes. Like, no, it's probably more than that. It's probably like 30 minutes or maybe an hour. Like, to put in perspective, if I was to do what do I do this? Oh, print screen. So if I was to do 40-second lap, and I was to do 6 for practice, and then generally, yeah, I probably have a couple of hours of seat time per year. And that's not seat time as in training time, that's seat time as in actual competition time. That's the only bit of real drifting I get in a year. Right, chat, this is the new Sturup layout. As you can see, you know, it's a little interesting. Got a running start over there. We have an 80 kilometer or 50 mile an hour roll. Click it in through clip 1 over the crest. That's pretty much it, as you can see. Nothing super crazy. Kind of interesting. It looks like Joka left a bunch of objects over here just to copy and paste, maybe. I don't know what the fuck is that. Pretty cool, chat, right? They put in perspective, right? Let's go to the judging tower. Oh my god, look, they got fancy chairs. Where the fuck is Alan Hines on this shit, man? This should have been an actual VDC stuff, not like FD. That's... Sorry, Joker, but that's kind of... What about this sheet? That's pretty insane detail, I'll be honest. Oh, look at that! So, Chris scored me a 90... What did I get? A 95.3 on the second run, and I got a 90 on the first run. And then you got Mustafa. What was this? This must have been round 1 of Token Sepa last year or something. That's pretty cool though. That's a nice touch. Got Oliver, Luciano, Oliver, Blyce, Marcus, Dimitri. Struggling to read some. Jonathan Simpson. Abdul. This must have been from last season. Ericus. Zach. Brandon. Roman Kadastrenka. Lucas Tasimski. Austin Zaleski. Yasir. Tikon. Yeah, that must have been from Token Sepa. What the? Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted, chat. I'm sorry. So you can see that's the elevation changes. Look at that. Pretty wild. Look at the screen. I saw the VDC screen. What screen am I to look at? Yeah, I saw a VDC. By the way, chat, what's up, Jonathan? Jonathan was the this Joker Designs, by the way, chat. So he does all this stuff. Rule book. Yeah, Chris needs that, or he forgets what his own rules sometimes. Isn't that right, Chris? Oh, that's a different. Oh, this is the remaining. Una. That's pretty cool. What's on the screen? It shows VDC for me. That's pretty unexpected, Zach. Thanks. Want to drive this track? It'll be released after round 2, so after what, the 11th of February. Fireside. I want to do that again. I like the screen. That's me and Tikon. Me and Bay right there. Zach is getting some pretty sick footage here. The judging stand is actually a really cool place to be in the drift event, chat. Come on, Zach. Send it, buddy. Here he comes. Ready? Get ready, chat. All's champ. How sick is that? Look at that! Yeah, pretty bad camera work. Maybe sometime I might get better. Yeah, you know, Joker does an awesome job, chat. Tracks are actually sick. And like, yeah, it's like, it's a really cool feature of VDC. Like, even though VDC is not really a profitable, it's a non-profit. Like, no one really makes anything out of this. Only what the people that, like, people that make content out of it. But you got so many awesome people. Like, the guys do so much time with their physics. Oh my god. People spend so much time with the, you know, the Chris does a lot of time with the physics side of it. And then Craig does a lot of time with the live streaming and everything else that you guys see in like pictures and stuff like that. And then you've got people like who's Zach driving right now, who spends a lot of time on making car models and doing cars for people. I do setups. That's kind of how I make my side out of it. But I don't know. A lot of people. The only way to make it to kind of be successful in it is to have like a side business off of the championship, and a lot of people have that. Some people don't. Zach is trying to destroy a Supra. Taillights for that are getting pretty expensive, buddy. Right. Why don't I... Play car. Do you have mods or VIPs in your chat? No. I have a few mod. I've like 2 mods. I don't have any VIPs. I'll be honest. I don't really stream enough for me to need them, if that makes sense. Well, VIP is a little different. Maybe someday I'll get to VIPing people. But yeah, when it comes to mods, I don't really need any. Like, I kind of have a lot of stuff. I kind of have a lot of stuff already botted, if that makes sense. Let's actually turn on my dash so I can see what speed I'm in. Did I just jinx that bot thing, or is that someone actually? That's just someone trolling. Did we actually get botted? Yeah, we did. Like first wannabe 6 triple quadruple 6. You know what? I'm going to. Like, I'm just gonna time them out because I actually feel like they're trolling. Like, what are the chances of that, chat? That's pretty scary. That's an extremely timed chat. I feel like that's someone trolling. I just literally spoke about how I don't really need a lot of the stuff is botted now. Like in terms of bots, as in like a lot of the spamming stuff is sorted. Whoa! Okay. Not really good driving right now, Alan. We're in server 2. Oh, very good. Oh. So we do 80-kilometer roll. We actually go to third for this. Accelerate hard. I don't think I have the right setup though. The chat. 1 second before I leak anything. Better not leak it. Last one feels different. Right, okay, back to driving. Sorry. So yeah, anyway, this is who is trolling? Gudo, you probably are. No, no. No, there was someone in chat. Like I was literally speaking about how I don't have to worry about bots, and then the next thing, someone botted. Want to buy followers? Want to become famous? You do not know who I am? Like, technically, bro, I'm already famous. Why does this car feel so weird? Let me see the setup. No! Remember the VDC comp on the deck of the boat. Okay. I don't know what's changing in this car, but it feels different to what it was when I drove this the other night. I can't remember what I changed. You're famous on my Peter Parker. I like, okay, so in the real world I get my nickname is like Steve. If anyone's wondering why my nickname is Steve, it's because of that BBC fucking news channel or whatever doing the Alan, Steve, Alan. And then Gudo's nickname for me is Peter Parker because of my glasses. I look like a Spider-Man guy, Peter Parker guy. Whoa, that wall catches me out a few times. What's up, Chubs? But yeah, this track is sick. Well, I like it. I think I prefer the other Sturup layout. You know, the one that you guys would have as a public lobby. But this is a nice change. What track is this? This is Sturup Speedway. What have I just done? But this is the 20. So this would have been the layout. This is the first time I've ever competed in Sturup, virtually that is. It was this layout, and they've gone back to it for 2023, but it's got a massive refresh. It's completely different to how I drove back then. No good. I don't think I did actually. Right, here we go. Cindy. 80-kilometer roll. Not bad, not bad, not bad. A pretty short layout, I would say. Pretty short layout. I look at this guy with his... Can't even see it because I'm like car setuping right now, so you can't even see what this guy is doing. Denied. Yeah, absolutely denied. Right, what changes did I want to make? Let's try doing this. I don't know, should I do this? Right, alright. The tad short, yeah, I agree. I wish there was another corner at the end. A little bit. I like the layout. As a driver, I like it. For tandem, it's kind of frustrating. But you know what? I think that's not a bad thing either. So yeah, this is, so Stigarn, you would have done this layout back in the day. The last time we did this was probably 2020 actually. Yeah, the last time I think we did this particular layout would have been 2020 of VDC, because that was the season I used the 370Z. No, was it 2020? 2019? No. Oh, it was 2020. Like 2019 into 2020, because that was the season I used the 370Z. That wall isn't as nice to run as you would expect. Yeah, even though it is a tad short, I do think it's good. It's a nice change. It's nice to have layouts where you have to kind of think. Like Silverstone was kind of like that, was that you couldn't just do a simple... You didn't have to do like a robot chase run. You couldn't really get away with small things. But this track is kind of all about your... It's kind of weird, but this track has a couple of big bumps, which you kind of need to tweak your dampers a little bit. But you can kind of get away without them too, because it doesn't make a huge pile of difference. Okay, I was not expecting that lift brake. My bad. Yeah, this will be round 2 VDC. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Oh, you did it as well? What's up, Happy? Yeah, the track is super short. I feel like you could do like 15 laps with a pair of tires. Think of doing DCGP? I recommend doing it. DCGP is very open in the sense that it's kind of open to massive amount of skill set. Obviously you have to pay a little bit of money to get in, but it's probably the only championship that's kind of open like that, you know? I think I've got my fork gear is a little bit too long. But yeah, I recommend if you're considering doing competition, I recommend doing DCGP. I recommend doing DCGP. You've got some other championships, so you've got CVDS. I got invited to some Romanian competition over email the other day, which I probably wouldn't do because I just don't have the time. So there's a bunch of competitions opening up. Oh shit. And I think my gearing's a little bit wrong for this track. Like a tad bit long. Third is a bit too short, fourth is a bit too long. If I made it a bit shorter, no, that wouldn't help me. That wouldn't help me. Well, I could, if I was able to make fourth just about long enough to do just about short enough to do turn 2 or turn 1 and 2. Or maybe I just need to make it a little bit longer, but then I don't want 4 to be too long in turn 1 either. Come on. Gearing is tricky, chat. Unless the only option I had... Ouch. Two pairs on that around that layer is what I'm getting for one pair of tires. Is that in real life, Matthias, or is that just in the sim? I was going a little bit too quick. Yeah, I kind of wish we finished off that 370Z for VDC. It would have been nice to drive it. Remember, like, we were practicing with that 370Z or developing it, and it was so good in the chase position. Like, it was good, but it was hard. Like, it was hard to get to the door in the chase position, but once you were on the door in the chase position, the 370Z was just so good to chase people. Super, super good. That badly run. Pretty happy with that. Oh, real life? Yeah. But this version of Sturup, I mean, I've never visited, but I know people who've driven it, and I know people that, Irish drivers, that is. And, like, my dad is judged at this event before, back in 2009. And, yeah, the elevation is crazy. Hello.
Oh. Everyone's banning.
Oh, ban Alana in chat, folks. Ban Alana.
No.
You on your breaker, yeah? Okay.
Please don't ban me.
Please don't ban. Please no Bannerino. Dum 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 dum. Right, gearing. Fourth gear, I could probably get away with it being a bit shorter, so I think we'll go shorter on that. Just try that. Right. Sorry chat, I'm doing some secret testing stuff. Not that I will be doing this event. Well, we'll see. I might do it. Oh fuck, thank god that's non-crashable. Or yeah. So maybe a third gear launch now with this gearing. Oh man, different gearing makes a huge difference. Actually so much faster as well because of it. So I'm just using third and fourth instead of second, third, fourth. I could even go a little bit shorter again. I think that would help with initiation a tiny bit, and it would help with the transition. Because I was using the gear change down to third from fourth to try and help rotate the car. Much better. Was fun track you ever driven in real life? Yeah, like I can imagine a lot of people are jealous of this type of layout, you know what I'm saying? Like you've got obviously the only con of this layout is the initiation, the fact that you if you get what I mean, like you kind of, it's not a bad thing, it's just get going, you have to do a rolling start. As a chase driver, that's kind of difficult, a little bit difficult. 100T Oscar with the follow, Kanatsu with the follow, Rampage with the follow, Open Second is also with the follow. Appreciate all the follows, folks. Thank you so much. A bunch of other people followed as well earlier. Appreciate the follows as well. And the YouTube subs. But yeah, we're in a private server at the moment, folks. We're in the VDC Pro Driver server because I'm just showing you guys this track layout, which you guys will get publicly in probably weeks or so time. Saturday week, well, probably more like Monday week, because it's the round 2 server. So the VDC released the Silverstone layout from round 1, and they'll be releasing this layout for round 2 not long after that. Probably a massive update to Sturup as well, by the looks of it. Spoiler alert. That's much better to drive. Wait for Zach. Zachy. No. Probably people have Banjo, I just haven't checked. Oh, oh, look at the boot. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, never mind. How do you make a VDC car? How do you make a VDC car? Good question. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you that. You just get someone, you find someone that's able to make cars and they make it for you. Physics wise, you just get the VDC physics from the public cars. That's pretty much it, really. Oh, fuck. Think of changing your livery. Well, I liked your Excellence livery. I would love you guys at Excellence Scudo to have like a similar livery on every car. Like, I know you're kind of all driving different cars now, but if you all had like a similar livery but maybe slightly different color or something, that would be sick. It's like a proper team. Not that it isn't a proper team, but you get what I'm saying, right? I feel like as a chase driver, you're forced to drop a wheel there if the lead driver puts a wheel onto the curb. Very difficult to chase. What car are you in? I'm in my... Come on, game. I'm in... You have... Sorry. A little bit. I'm in my VDC Product Academy S15. Turn on the lights. There you go. Yeah, different planets of civilization. Raz with the follow, appreciate that, Raz. What's up? That was a jump scare. Well, who jump scared who? Did I scare someone? That will make another little change. Sorry. Dum 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 dum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Fuck, I don't know what to... What?
It's so funny just
jamming out? Shouldn't you go back to work already? Not yet? Oh. Fine. 5 minutes? Yeah. I thought you were going to crash to that pole. Oh. Pole. Was I going to crash into something? Probably was. Oh, this thing. Okay, that is a bit of a jump scare, I suppose. Whoa, what's with that lag stutter? Do I drift IRL? Yes, I do. My S14 is basically the same as this car that I'm driving right now. Find me on HynesZ. Just search me on Instagram. You'll see my car. What's the goals after Oman? Mostly content stuff. So I'm just going to prioritize Ireland this year, IDC this year. I'm not going to do anything. I had a choice of probably doing BDC or Oman. I ended up doing Oman, and as it turned out, BDC ended up folding anyway. So probably a good decision, to be honest. Bye bye. So after that, I don't really. Well, I suppose okay. We'll come back from Oman. I'll have the other chassis that I need to spend some money on, so I'll probably buy other body pans for that because we can't really do anything mechanically to it because I don't have anything. All the mechanics are all in the other car, the mechanical stuff, and I want to keep that car together for 2023. And so we build the new car for 2024. Oh crap, that was a weird. So I think when I come back from Oman, I'm going to prioritize making content more or less. 400Z, modified 2.0 physics, 3.0 tires. Yes. So to get your just message. I mean, I'm sure Chris has physics for the 400Z. It's basically 370Z, man. Yeah, 400Z is actually 370Z, so 370Z. So the only things you'd have to change is a couple of bits and pieces, or you could just message the 400Z drivers if you know them. Like two of them are Chris Fosberg drivers, so that would be Kevin Stump and TC Cookie or Brandon Gardner. I'm sure they would have no problem sending that data because the data is not theirs in the first place, if that makes sense. It's, you know, all they're sending you is suspensions INI, setups INI, and the car INI, and then you just adjust that for your DVDS car. But what you have right now, the 2.0 data, is not far off what the 3.0 data is. Right, chat, I'm gonna stop the driving for there. I'm gonna check out the replay quickly. Check out the replay pretty quick. You struggle with setups? I have the video for you on my YouTube channel if you want to learn how to do car setups. Check it out. Hang on, let me bring it up for you. Want to learn how to do car setups? Look, how to tune like a pro. This video will teach you everything, despite the fact there's a 30-second ad, but anyway. But that will teach you how to tune a drift car. Yeah, I want to do some more tutorial stuff like this, chat, because I think that's kind of one of the I think that's one of the strong points of this channel. I think is the fact that we tutorial stuff. Right, okay. Back to this. I'm going to have a quick look at this replay. Watch it back. Yeah, Chris Witowski is probably the better person. He's the person that created the physics, whereas Kevin Stump just applied it to his car, but then at least, you know, it'll be the right. Same Alan Hines from Drift Masters. Yeah, I suppose. I don't compete. I don't do the full season of Drift Masters, but I do a few events. Right. But I was gonna kill Zach. I have no idea what he does with drivers in general. With that one, David. Any dates Friday see it? I have an idea. I know there's going to be a few events, but they haven't confirmed any dates yet. Car really rolls quite a bit. I bet. There's not much in this track layout, Chad, I'll be honest. It's quite difficult to get an advantage from people. Oh, that was when I hit the wall. Will DMVC coming back this year? In my opinion, I don't think it will. That's my opinion. New layout? Yeah, I agree. I think, well, like, the layout is from 2020. They used this layout before, but it's been completely updated, so... Right. Never driven this one. Was this ever released publicly? It probably wasn't, to be honest, even the older one. Oh, come on, game. I can't. How do I not know how to use this? We're tree-wheeling a little bit there, chat. Yeah, just a tad. It won't be possible to join this server. This server is private. Well, the server that I was in. It's for VDC Pro drivers only. Find the run where I was chasing Zach again. Here we go. Yeah, a tiny bit. 3-man actually. Zach was a bit short in the gearing there, so he lacked a tiny bit of angle. Oh, that's when I went off the track. How do you have the replay? At the end of a public session, you can save the replay. Oh, that was a wild transition. Oh, that murder. Right, so let's see, let's analyze what went wrong here, right? David with the follow. Appreciate that, David. What's up? Hello. Follow as well. Thank you so much. So yeah, we flick it in. Okay. He actually dirt drops there a little bit, but life's pretty hard. I dirt drop on the inside. I give him a tap on the wheel. I actually want to see. Is he maybe offline there a little bit? Handbrake, so that's fine. He comes in super early, which is the wrong line. Potentially. Because I'd imagine the judges are going to ask us to be meeting the curb like later, like down here. So he's already got a wheel on the curb even before the corners kind of started. Back. Come through here. I think the dirt drop earlier might have messed him up. He comes through here. And he... I don't know, does he leave it too early or what? I'm not really sure what happens. But in my opinion, I think he reaches the curb too soon. I end up punting him. No, that punting, I didn't need to do that. But anyway. Beats him into the wall. Right, okay, let's go back again. Yeah, when you get the line right, actually, might be able to see it in this one. Too early of a transition, potentially, yeah. We're clipping his bumper, yeah. That's about as close as you can get in the VDC cars, these competition cars anyway. The glider in these cars, they kind of give us a bit of leeway, which is nice. Okay, that was pretty good. Still a bit wobbly there, so we come back. I'm gonna see this again. Come through. We're looking pretty good. We're carrying quite a bit of angle here. I think we meet the tipping point at the right point, but we need to stay longer here, I feel like. Open up the transition to open up the corner. And we transition, I mean, we're kind of getting to quite early, but I mean, we're not a wheel on the curb, which is probably a good thing. I don't think the judges are going to allow us to put a wheel on the curb there. You can see I had to straighten up on the angle because I was coming to it too soon. Back and Peter chasing. Yeah, so like when you get the line right. Speed. Transition through. Pretty good there. You leave it a little bit earlier so you can come in sooner to the inner clip. Stay there a little bit long. I think it messes up Zach a little bit. He had to hesitate and he gets tapped from behind. Transition a tad bit later. It allows you to come into it a bit later and then look at the arc. I'm still on the corner a little bit even after that. I'm already on the full throttle power now, and then when I reach the wall, I'm reaching the wall at the yellow line, if maybe a little bit before, and my angle doesn't flutter change. Yeah, exactly, David. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Right, okay. That time I just sent it on the grass. But I think the lead line from Zach that time was actually better. Look at that. I'm actually like locking a wheel on the inside, three-wheeling. I need to fix this car. I don't like the trailing feeling that much. It's very weird in AC. Surprisingly, in the real world, you don't actually notice it. It's happening in car, that is. When my car three wheels in the real world, I don't actually feel it. This you actually feel it. Maybe it's because it's a bit more extreme. Zach hangs on the angle a bit longer, this time stays a bit tighter, and when he transitions, yeah, he's better placed. Look, he's not putting a wheel on the curb as hard. I like mount the curb, I murder it, and the cone, but it gets me a bit better placed in the door, so I mean, I don't know. That's probably negative on my part, because Zach did everything right there. I didn't need to do that to maintain proximity. Yeah, well, that was pretty nice. That was nice. I wonder what that would have looked like from. Let's go over to the car. Why are you doing this to me? A bit of a dirt drop there. It's actually a very, very aesthetically pleasing track that way to watch. Back a tiny bit more. Oh. Now and true, transition back across. Pretty cool, isn't it? Backing the whole car into the wall. Let's have a look at that again. Right. Do the judges actually watch from their boot? No, no, they don't. Not in the AC. They watch from this camera that we're looking for right now. The stereo box cam. I have stereo box cam installed. I can have a look at it. Oh, be short in that clipping point there. Was a mess up there for me. Coming too soon to this and it messes up Zach a little bit, but he does get a bit more momentum. Where's my box cam? Cool. Radio chat. Hope you guys did enjoy the stream. Thank you so much for joining. We went for 2 hours today. I only wanted to go to 10:30, but we stayed on for an extra half an hour. Chat, I hope you guys did enjoy the stream. We'll be back again probably in about 2 weeks' time. Wait, 2 weeks' time? Does that make sense? We won't be back. We'll be back. Hang on. I'll look at the calendar here. I'm gone next week and the week after. We'll be back on the 22nd of February. So yeah, we'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for joining. And yeah, if you haven't already, make sure to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, TikTok, HynesZ everywhere. HynesZ. Give us a follow. Appreciate it. You can also find all those links in the description down below in Twitch and on YouTube. And we will see you guys in a few weeks' time. I'm heading over to Oman to compete once again. Beating that, try and win the championship over there. So if you want to keep up to date with what we do in the real world, make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'll also post when the stream is live so you guys can check it out on the OAA YouTube channel. If you'll be able to throw some support and chat for us. Radio guys, thank you so much for joining us. Hope you guys enjoy the stream. We will talk to you guys in a few weeks' time. Peace. Good night. Enjoy your time. Go. Let's go away. Let's leave you guys. I'm getting away.